let's remember we gotta be nice and loud. Um, yeah, this is a good voice. This is a good level. Yeah. Good level. Facts, for sure. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Huh? I love ad-libs. Ad-libs are my favorite.
If I could get paid to just do ad-libs.
Oh my gosh, do you know how much money? If you were good at it, do you know how much money you can make, bro?
Buckets.
Racks. 21. Yeah. One of my favorites is Cousin Stiz. He does this in his song. That's all he does.
I know like the DJ ad-libs.
Oh, okay.
Lord, just made another like that. Ricky Ross.
DJ Drama. DJ the Fox.
What's another?
All right,
Okay.
All right, my fault. Hold up.
Greetings and salutations from the outside world. Well, that's all I got for an intro, I'm gonna be honest.
All right, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of Thoughts of a Gabe. At it again. Black again.
Oh my gosh, black at it again.
Black and fins.
Wow.
I was lost. I didn't know where I wanted to go with that.
It's okay.
But I'm here with another guest, man. Why don't you reintroduce yourself and say your name this time? Tell the people who you are.
Oh, I should do that.
Facts.
Hello. Greetings and salutations again. My name is Tristan.
Gondor Premilon, Tristan.
I'm sorry, what? Okay.
It's from Recess.
I didn't understand that reference.
It's one of the best cartoons, man.
I did watch Recess.
Come on.
But it wasn't, like, I watched the reruns. I'm a rerun kind of guy.
And that was Disney Channel, yeah. That was a Disney Channel show.
See, I don't really
Recess,
remember
yeah.
it being Disney Channel.
It was.
That's an animated series.
It was. It's the cartoon. Yeah. Cartoon animation.
What did they do? They just said Recess the whole time?
So they most of the episodes were them at recess, but like they would do episodes where like they had like a mission they was trying to do in the school or like stuff outside of school, like going to the movies or something like that, or like the main focus of the show would be like one was Spinelli was wrestling, but her parents like wrestled like secretly or something like that, and like a lot of the episode was like at a wrestling gym. Yeah, wrestling gym. There we go. I was like, wrestling arena? No, I want an arena.
It doesn't resonate with my soul, but it is well. It is well with my soul though. Amen.
Amen.
Praise God. Man, but yeah, like that was my little intro for myself. What fun facts about me? I like carrots, but I only like the sweet carrots, the ones you can get. You gotta get them
like
yourself and peel
totals.
them yourself.
Sweet carrots, you gotta peel. What do you mean?
The ones you gotta peel. So,
wait, can't you eat carrots?
You can,
like,
but I feel like you gotta debone them. I feel like
debone.
I'm just kidding.
It ain't got no bone. Okay,
You gotta peel
you got me with the peeling, and then you said boning, so I'm like, I'm really thinking there's a bone. There's no bone. You can tell how much I eat
guys.
vegetables.
Boneless carrots. That's a good rap group.
Boneless carrots. That
it's
would
like
be
with
like
a
a
K.
dope indie band.
Yeah, like boneless carrots, but it's like Karats.
They like play local breweries.
Yeah.
But they're like well known.
I don't know what the first song on the album would be.
Oh, it was a men's group.
A men's group?
It's a men's group.
Oh,
Those
Oh, that's why they were clapping.
Those are all men.
Okay, that makes sense. Because the claps threw me off.
Yeah, there was a group of what seems to be a group of adult men who have in the woods safely.
I'm just
Not to make it too creepy, but they are in the woods.
getting in a van. Just wanna. It's a white van, also. Just wanna.
I will not let you weirdize these men.
Just calling it how it is.
I don't know how else to say
They
that.
were clapping in the woods.
They were
came
clapping.
out,
Was
got
clapping.
into a white van. They're leaving.
It's actually two vans.
There's two vans.
Not really sure what's happening.
Well, it's okay.
Which is typical. I really like when my surroundings are just all changing. It's different, it's unique, it's unexpected. Like probably one of my favorites is me when I at this lake by myself, can't see the road, can't really see houses, and this dog creeped up on me, and I thought it was about to attack me. I was doing a whole episode, and I was just like, doggy, you about to find out if all dogs go to heaven. Like, don't try me, because he had like his head was low, but he wasn't growling. So I was like, okay, maybe he friendly, but dogs switch up. Dogs switch up. Why get that close if he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to come up on a big score. You feel me?
That makes sense.
You know, they say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That is true.
He was trying to find out if this, you know what I'm saying? This juicy berry was, what?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Oh man, that okay.
Uh,
I've noticed the error in my choice of words. I'm gonna just go ahead and recant all that. Obviously won't take it out, but yeah, here we go. It's a beautiful day. I've been doing a terrible job like talking about the scenery and whatnot in my surroundings. So my boy Tristan got me out here at this library. It's in like a really cool like spot where it's close to like neighborhoods, but it's like up on a hill, so it's like trees around. There's like a trail that goes through here. I don't know how long the trail is, but I'm sure it probably goes to like it connects to the neighborhoods, I would assume, because they're like big neighborhoods.
I don't know if it connects. So I don't know if it connects to the neighborhoods, but the only story I have about the trail is that I went on it one time when I was a kid with my mom, and there was
That's right.
a black insect, and I'm not profiling, but it was a black insect, and it was flying behind us, and it was cool for a little bit.
Was it flying behind you, or was it just flying?
It was
and
walking
it happened
with
to be
us.
behind you.
It was attacking us. It was an act of violence.
It was black on black crime.
It was black on black crime, and I hated it. But so what was supposed to be a walk or maybe a light jog became a sprint to the finish line.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was.
That's tough. Did it have like stingers or something? Why'd you run?
So it's one of those things where it kind of got blurry because I was
Just
running
freaked
so
you out.
fast.
Just freaked you out.
And the sweat got in my eyes, I'm sure.
The thought of what could.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't
Yeah.
want to have. The thought of what could happen. So.
You won't trying to mess around and find out.
No, that's how I live life. You know, I just, you know, some people like being out in nature, which I do sometimes.
For sure.
But it's just like some of the stuff that's out there that can bite you and stuff.
Sting you.
Yeah.
Inject stuff in you.
Yeah. That's not for me.
Nah.
One time a snake got in my house.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How'd it get out?
So, funny story. Here's how it got in. I was going to the store, and I opened the door, and something dropped into the house. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense, because why would there be anything on the door? And then it started slithering, and I realized it was a snake, and my soul temporarily.
So it was on top of the like door part?
It was on the bottom, and it was like, you know how they like heat? It was like laying against the door. So when I opened the door, it just fell straight in.
Oh, wow.
And started crawling around, and so I had to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I have.
That's such a weird spot for a snake.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. And I have a fear of like snakes or things like getting in the house. So it wasn't really an ideal situation, and I panicked. I grabbed a broom.
As you should have.
And I just started going full gladiator on it, and I was just, get back. And and then I called a friend, and he brought a hatchet, and then what happened was, embarrassingly, he just opened the door and it left.
Oh, wow. Didn't even need to chop it up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had. Yeah, I won't talk about any pest control issues at my house.
Yeah.
In lighter news, today's episode, we got some thoughts here. And also one that I personally don't have experience with yet. All right, speaking this thing into existence. But also, yeah, if you hear some bottle clanging in the back, we are, as I said, next to a library that happens to be the location for a recycling area for glass, literally just glass. So if you hear a bunch of bottles clanking together, it's people dumping glass into some trash bins. So yeah, we're not a trash dump. It's not a waste site. Technically, it is a recycle site. Technically, there's a sign. They got the blue bins and all.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, don't let that distract you from the ambience. It's a beautiful day. It's probably about 60 something.
I would say so.
It's probably about 60 something. It's not windy, fair skies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sun's still up. It's fading slowly. Probably go down in probably about close to 2 hours maybe. It's
Something
what,
like that.
3:47?
Light smell of smoke in the air.
Light smell of some birch wood burning in the back. Somebody's opening up a nice can of whoop ass. Also, that made me think of something. So I heard a couple years back that there are the people in your life when you're around them. That's my phone.
Okay, cool.
How did that start playing?
Because I was like, now they're playing music.
That's my phone. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I know that song. Like, yo, that track go hard. It's on my playlist. Wait a minute, that's my playlist. But nah, dang, what was I about to say? That's not even the first time that's happened. That happened in another episode, and I was like, what? I thought I turned off the radio. It was my phone playing music. But anywho, what did I learn? I learned, or was open to the idea, I think it's true, I think it shows to be true, that you act different depending on the people around you.
Oh, yeah.
But not acting different as to mean you change, but there's a side of you that's brought out because of the person you're around. And I noticed that. I just noticed that again when I just said that.
Yeah.
The birchwood smoking.
Yeah.
If somebody opened up a can of...
Man,
Oh, man.
where we at?
Oh, yeah, let's see. Our topic. Our first thing that we can talk about is you were saying earlier, black love and interracial love. We'll go ahead and intertwine those two.
Wow.
We'll intertwine those two.
Wow.
So what was your thought earlier about that?
Oh, well, black love, aka Blove.
Talk
if you
about it.
will. I'm gonna be honest. I'm in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm reaping the benefits of it. Amen.
Haha, happily.
No, but it's a concept that I think that sometimes I think it gets overemphasized, and sometimes I think it gets underemphasized.
Whoa.
But what I would say is that I think the primary focus should be the love aspect of it, and then if that person is happens to be black, great.
Mm-hmm.
If they happen to be something else, great. I think for myself, I was always intimidated, and this is gonna sound like super cliche, like
Talk about
you
it,
know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Well, cliche. Yeah.
I don't even know if
Talk
that's the
about
right
it, brother.
word, but like, being kind of intimidated by black women because
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Cliche, yeah. Gotcha.
because of, and it's not to say that everybody has the same personality, because we know that's not true.
Facts.
But for me, being a person that came from another country, so I came from the country of Bermuda, the island. Okay, yes, the triangle.
The
before you ask,
triangle. I don't know. That
It's
was
okay.
not good. I
It's a
don't know
shame.
why.
Geometry.
No, I was.
Oh, you mean the accent?
The accent. Yeah, I was like, I should have done the accent. That
It's
was
okay.
uncalled for.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm only a little bit offended. But yeah, so coming from another country, coming to try to assimilate into the culture of the U.S. I had a very strong. Speaking of accents, I had a very strong accent when I came. People couldn't understand me necessarily. I couldn't understand everyone here. I thought people spoke slow. They thought I spoke fast. It was kind of one of those things.
I wish you still had it, man.
I do when I'm back there.
I would.
But it's like I have to be around family. But like
Yeah.
most of the time I just sound like people think I'm from the north, which is a really
Yeah.
interesting thing.
It's
But,
because it's clear. You don't
Yeah.
have a twang.
yeah,
They be saying the same thing about me.
yeah.
I'm just like, leave me alone.
So just growing up, like trying to learn try to fit into some kind of a category, because I feel like people want to fit in everywhere.
Facts.
So I tried, and I feel like I fit into the quote unquote, we'll call it the majority culture. I mean, y'all know what I mean.
Hmm.
And people would tell me I talked a certain way, and so I think I took on to that, and I just assumed, all right, like my the people that rock with me more are white people. Like that was
Mm.
just like what it was, and I think
What type of schools did you go to once you came here?
so. I went to, I would say the elementary school I went to was predominantly black and
Okay.
Hispanic.
Black and
But
Hispanic. Okay.
then I went to another one, which was not predominantly black or
Oh,
Hispanic,
okay.
which was mostly white.
So that's kind of how the
Yeah,
switch up came about,
yeah,
where it's like, oh, if y'all said I talk white, now I'm at this school.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
Now
Yeah.
my best friend when I was a kid was a black guy. You know, but as far as like black women, man, I was not even, or I guess at that time it would have been girls, but I was never even around them like that for real. Like
Yeah.
occasionally in certain classes here and there, and so the concept of like black love, I was just like, I don't know. Well, seems like they don't really rock with me like that. But I
Right.
think
Right.
I had like internalized some stuff as a kid, and from who hung out with me,
Which
who
is
talked to me,
possible.
and then I just ended up not really thinking much about people who look like me loving me.
That's deep.
Yeah, you know. So
That's real too. No, that's a because I feel like I could have easily ended up the same way. Like elementary school, middle school.
mhm,
Like I would get the oh you talk white jokes
mhm,
as well, and I'm just like, man, y'all tripping.
mhm,
And so I didn't go to a white all white school until I went to one for first and second grade, but
mhm.
then third through seventh
Yeah.
I was at an all white middle school, a
Mhm.
predominantly white middle school, and it's like there, you know, you sprinkle of black kids.
It's
Um,
crazy.
I don't even remember there being a lot of black girls at my middle school.
Mhm.
There was more so black boys
Mhm.
that were in my grade,
Mhm.
and so it was, you know, a bunch of white girls, and it's like I'm in middle school. I wasn't too heavy into the interest of girls
Mhm.
as to like having a girlfriend or whatever like that.
Mhm.
Obviously, you have your attractions, but
Mhm.
I want nothing crazy.
Mhm.
In the high school, it kind of went back to, or not went back to, it went to being having both. Like I
Mhm.
have, there's Hispanics, there's black or African American, and then there's, you know, a good 50, 60% white population. So it's like, okay, I got the friends that I had in middle school, and then I got people that I was about to say assimilate with, people that
Mhm.
I can relate to
Yeah.
and bond with just culturally
Yeah.
and ethnically. And it's like, all right, but I got the best of both worlds. So I kind of, I dabbled in both socially, but interest wise, it's like I wasn't into the white girls, and then the black girls, it was like, I mean, they didn't really seem interested. So I'm like, all right, bet, whatever. And then college, it changed up on me again. I was into a white girl. I'm like, man, what is going on? So it's like the interest and feeling a certain type of way of how I'm perceived by people who look like me. It's like it affected me in a way, but not my love interest
Mhm.
as much as I thought it would have, which I'm thankful for,
Mhm.
you know. And the same for you. Like you, as you say, you were not really around black girls like that, and
Nope.
didn't really have have a thought, I guess, or an idea of being interested in the black girls.
No, I
Now
literally
you marry
used to,
one.
right? Like I literally used to tell my mom like I'm probably not gonna marry a black woman, like because I just didn't
Dang,
see.
you told your
I
mom that?
legit.
That's
Like, we would have these
crazy.
conversations because it was like they're not. They don't seem to be really rocking with me, and I think what it was not only had I internalized some stuff. I think this is gonna sound so bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Of course, you have to.
I think there was a perception for me that I would have to work a lot harder to get the attention or to maintain a relationship with a black woman than I would with a white woman. So,
Wow.
which that's not necessarily anything on like black women. It was just like I thought
Wow.
I was gonna have to work harder because I was like I felt like my uniqueness had faded, right? Because I felt like in some situations that with me being black, it makes me different already, so
Mm-hmm.
it makes me stand out. Like, and I don't have to like do a whole lot.
Right.
But here I'm like, dang, the level playing field. Like we're both black, so I gotta really have my game stepped up.
Yep. I can see that. I can
So
see that.
you know, I think that was part of it too. So you could say it was kind of a bit of laziness on my part too. You know, I feel like what's that? It's a psychological term.
Mitochondriac.
Nope. It was
Nah.
oh, it's learned helplessness. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Learned helplessness.
Yeah. So
I ain't
it's,
heard that one before.
well, it's like the concept of like if you took an elephant, yes, an elephant, and you put it in a cage, right? This is a random example, but you put it in a cage and you never let it come out of that cage. Even when you open the door to that cage, it doesn't come out or it doesn't do the things that an elephant normally does because it's learned, and this is like a very, very big summary, but it's learned not to do that. So in the same way, like, because I was never around, never really exposed to as much, never trying, I learned in my head incorrectly that black women didn't really like me. So kind of that same concept, if y'all get that. I mean, the way that car is hitting that
Squeaking up a storm, boy. Sing that song, brother. Oh, that's not a brother. I mean, he's a brother
I mean,
in the human species.
that break is in falsetto.
It's. I feel like it's on its last 100 miles,
Oh Lord, help him, her, them. I don't know.
and that's not even an old car.
No, it's still like a 2015.
That's a Nissan. Nissans are
Well,
Nissans
are built
run long
Oh,
though.
okay, never mind.
Nissans run long. They should never die.
I feel like they build Nissans out of other cars' old parts, though. I feel like all Nissans are recycled.
Yo, my sister's Nissan, she ran that thing into the ground. It was, man, that thing lasted for a while. So that was the first car that I ever hit 100 in. It would hit 100 so easy. I would never tell my sister, but I would go 100 on my way from work. I worked at Walmart, third shift. So when I'm on the road at like 7, leaving work, nobody's on the road. Everybody's already on their way to work. The rush is always in the city, and I had to go from the city, like Moore County area,
Yeah.
Aberdeen,
Yeah.
where all the stores are
Yeah.
and where I worked. I had to take the highway to go to a different county, so nobody's on the highway
Yeah.
because all the jobs are in the opposite directions.
Yeah.
Bro, empty road, I hit 100 every day almost.
See, I just feel like number one. I'm not gonna speed, but like I never even sped in the past because I feel like I would die and get to heaven and God be like, "What for?"
Bruh,
like what for? Why
that's
did you-
a true that's a true fear, man.
like why
That's
did
a
you do
true
that?
fear. That junk, I hate those types of well, I don't hate it cuz it's like there's good intentions behind it cuz you don't
Yeah.
speed, you don't break the law and all that
Yeah.
stuff, law of the land. And I always thought when I tell people cuz like when they asking like it always I don't know how, but every person has probably experienced this in college. Like, "Oh, have you had sex before?" And I'm like, "Nah." And they're like, "What? You haven't?" And like, yada yada yada. I'm like, "Nah." And they're like, "Why not?" If I have sex, I'm gonna have a baby. That's been my fear. That's been my fear since elementary school when I heard people was having sex. I'm like, I'd be the one to have sex for the first time and have a baby the
Well,
first time.
I think they were probably capping though back in elementary school,
Dude,
or maybe not. Maybe I'm
you'd be
wrong.
surprised,
I don't know.
man. The elementary school I was going to, we were, man, our role models turned us out early. Not
That
in
turned
that
us out is
way.
wild.
Sorry. I do apologize for that. I meant turned us out in a way of examples. So us seeing them how they interact with opposite sex, same sex, like we saw that early, that type of stuff early. I did. And so and heard about it early around adults. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's no surprise that kids are in middle school. I remember one chick, she was 8th grade. She was pregnant.
I think we might have had one.
It's
One or
crazy.
two. It is wild. I think it's wild to be a kid and be having a kid.
Having a kid.
Like that is the part that would be like.
That's the literal kid raising kids.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's I think that's where that phrase is coined from, like seeing a lot of the youth
Yeah.
having kids at 14, 13,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
I don't know if it's worse or better these days. With so much TikTok out there, I can't tell. I don't know.
Bro, you know how famous you could get if you're young with a kid? I saw a TikTok from a girl yesterday. She was like, essentially the video summed up to how her family was treating her wrong, which obviously isn't okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, she moved and ghosted them. She doesn't talk to them. She cut them off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, that sucks, but she did it for a good reason.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, you need to go back to your family. Give them another chance. No, that'd be dumb.
Yeah.
That'd be insensitive. And then it turns out she's also got a kid. And it's like, she's got like hundreds of thousands of views.
But you know what?
And I'm just like,
you know
what did you
interesting,
do to
though?
get this? Like, what did you do?
The views, I think I've learned this more over time, just learning about like people who do content creating things and stuff like that. The views don't necessarily translate to money, because I have found out like how there are people that I either personally knew or a friend of a friend that have good followings on things, but like that money is really not like that. So it's like a lot of that stuff, that money that they get comes from like brand deals and things that they get through becoming famous.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. So another guy I follow, Keith Lee. He does. Oh my gosh, that's a hawk. See what I mean? See what I mean? I had a split instance of he's coming for my face, and I'm not gonna be able to win. I don't know, but y'all, a hawk just flew down, almost swooped and picked me up.
Not picked up by the dreads.
By the locks.
By the
Yo,
locks?
I talked about that in my last episode. About like calling, like I always used to call like locks dreads and dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And then I met this black lady in at LeBauer Park in Greensboro downtown. And I told her I liked your dreads. They were gray. It had some like light gray and like there was some black in there, so it was like really cool. And it was neat, it was clean. And she was like, "Oh no, my locks. Thank you, baby." And I was like, "Locks?" She was like, "Yeah, I don't dread nothing about my hair." And I was like,
oh, so okay, but is it because of the interlocking process that they go through that's locking it? And is it the dread the more natural without?
so that's the thing. I don't know where dread came from. She said that it came from our island brothers and sisters who started locking their hair when they would go. They would like. This is a story that I remember that she told me. She said they would go into the woods. They would like be worshiping and doing this stuff, like bad stuff. And so like when they would come out the woods, their hair would be locked and in dreads. And so they named those people that would come out the woods with their hair like that, people who had dreadlocks. Like they would dread to see those people because they knew like they were leaving after doing bad stuff in the woods, like worshiping and stuff in the woods. And I'm just like, all right, the hawk is getting jumped right now.
Is it in the sky?
Yeah, he just flew off. Two birds just tried to get at him.
That's weird. You know that
Yo, bird gang is real.
Right, because I was about to say, so there are these birds called catbirds. Y'all can look them up sometimes. They have a tail. They're gray most of the time, I think. And they have like a tail that comes up like a cat tail. And they like harass other birds. I've seen them pull up to other birds and just attack them out of the sky for no reason.
I've seen videos. Tony Baker? You follow
Yes,
Tony
I
Baker?
follow Tony
He's
Baker.
hilarious.
He is.
His voiceovers?
Yes.
Perfect. But yeah, I've seen some videos where a cat-tail bird, I guess?
I think it's
Cat-tail bird?
Cat-tail bird. Yeah, or
A CTB?
yeah, not
CBD.
CBD.
CBD is terrible.
I've never had it.
Don't.
I don't think I will.
It's not worth it.
I don't. It could be.
It's not worth it. It doesn't make you feel good,
But they have it in lotions and stuff now, right?
which is different.
Okay.
Which is different. They say it's supposed to like ease joint pain and like all this types of stuff. It don't. It don't. I know it don't. But the CBD, the gummies, the flowers, the seeds, all that, it ain't worth it. It can legit make you sick.
I'm sure it can.
It can make you sick.
It is a drug, right? So it's like.
Yeah, but it's different though. It's different because with weed that has the THC content, it's different from CBD. It doesn't make you sick. it has more of the that's more of the like the hallucinogen. That's the stuff that like gets you
Oh.
high. So like with the CBD, that's fake and it gets you sick.
Mm.
But with the THC, it just gets you more high. So it's like if you're able to find, which is really cool. I think it's interesting that they have strands of weed where they can control like the THC content,
Mm.
and it's like they have strands that they know, hey, this content's high, this percentage is low in this one. I think it's just amazing.
Mm.
It's like beer. It's like alcohol.
That's genetics. You know what I'm saying? There's probably they got geneticists somewhere in the background doing
Oh
some.
no, 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 yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, doing some.
I thought you
some
meant like genetics in the
oh
person.
no.
But no, I think it's really cool.
It
I think
is
it's really cool.
I think like I think life is cool.
Life is cool.
Life is cool. Like that's. I feel like a lot of times this is not at anything we were really supposed to talk about.
Oh yeah, we were talking about black love.
but
This is
like,
tangents. This is one of the worst people that I need to talk to and like have a topic because he goes on tangents just as much as I go on
there's a lot of
tangents.
tangents. But here's the thing though, life is really cool. Like I think what I'm realizing now is just the things that God has blessed me with. Like I've had a lot of life changes recently, most notably getting married, and like that is just such a blessing. But on top of that, like new friendships, all those different things.
Facts.
And so I feel like granted I feel like I was blessed in life to not have to suffer with a lot of different things, and I know other people go through stuff that's just different than me. But I will say that the thing that we all can benefit from, at least as believers in Christ, amen, is
Amen.
that our salvation, you feel me?
Mm.
I'm saying comes from the Lord,
Mm.
and having that hope just reminds me that life is really cool. Like all of this stuff has been created by God. All of it's working for a purpose. Even these
There
little
it is.
squirrels
There's a
out
P
there,
word.
you know what I'm saying?
I knew it was coming out.
Yeah,
That purpose part, man. That's different. That's the part. I think that's downplayed a lot
yeah,
when people are obviously there's bad instances where even some of you that are listening that are non-believers, you might have experienced somebody who's a Christian and they try to like force the belief on you and like told you and explained how you're a bad person, all this stuff, but didn't truly have a conversation that's more so a sharing of their faith and why
yeah,
they choose to believe,
yeah.
rather than a, co- a condemning what
Like a
a
condemnation.
condemning conversation
Yeah,
to you as somebody who's you live life, you do what you want to do, but for us it's like we see that there's purpose.
yeah,
Without purpose there's no like you're just kind of doing stuff in the world until
yeah,
until your last day or whatever, which it makes sense when you don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
But once you figure it out and you find out and you truly understand, like, oh shoot, like what? There's a God, like
yeah,
he did this. Like, wait, what? What? Hold on, now this is starting to make sense. Like once you figure that out, you can truly understand that yes, there's a true purpose, like an eternal purpose as well,
yeah,
and not only an eternal purpose, but knowing that there's an eternal purpose, you can live on earth with purpose and not just feel so empty. Like he feels that void of emptiness.
yeah,
Like if you don't have purpose eternally,
yeah,
like that, you'll never feel it.
yeah.
Look at Tom Brady.
I feel hilarious.
Look at Tom Brady.
You know what? You come right back out of retirement, and then you have a terrible season.
And back to not feeling fulfilled. Won another Super Bowl, coming back this year, terrible season, not feeling fulfilled. Like what more do you want? In the I don't even know why they had to get a divorce, but my first thought, obviously it's just outside looking in.
Yeah.
My first thought is him coming back out of retirement. I don't know.
I don't
know what
the
it could have
inner
been.
workings were of what, like you had said, like what happened in that situation. But what I will say is back to what you were talking about with purpose, to tie it in with what we were talking about earlier. Like
Bring it back.
with purpose, when you realize first of all there's an eternal purpose, right? You are not looking for it from another person.
Facts.
And so, because both of you people that what I'm saying, Black Love, whoever you're with, that person should be following their purpose, right? You're following yours, and then you kind of unite together, and you follow a common purpose.
Mm.
And so, and with in my situation, it was the black woman. For you, it might be somebody different.
Facts.
But yeah, it there is a purpose, and when you're working towards something, when you're working towards a common goal, um, especially, yeah, when I say when you're working towards a common goal, it helps to set the course of your life. Like you're not just like aimlessly existing,
Mm-hmm.
just going and jumping from one thing to the next. I know we referenced Tom Brady, but like I don't know him personally. Obviously, if I did, then I would probably still say this. But like to be
It'd be pretty cool if you
searching
knew
for
Tom Brady.
it would be cool because
Sorry.
I would make it.
All right,
Sorry.
stay on topic. I'm sorry. I almost started
But
another tangent.
Tom Brady, but like clearly he's a person who finds a lot of his identity in being a football player because he retired after 20 years and then came right back out. Like he didn't there was no reason to do that. You can exist, you have money, all that, but he's still searching for something.
And he's acknowledged that he's searching. He's acknowledged publicly in an interview that he's like, there's got to be more.
Yeah.
That was after what his fourth, fifth Super Bowl that he
Maybe, I
won,
don't even know.
and he was like, he's still searching. Like he still feels like there's something else out there.
Yeah.
Like there's more to not just to not his career, not to economic status, not to financial gain and whatnot. He meant like in general, like just life in general. There's got to be more, and he's right. There is more. He just ain't looking in the right spot.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I think if you're a person that's like searching for purpose, if you're Tom Brady, Mr. Brady, if you hear this message,
That would be cool.
It would be cool, but really, what I'm saying, there is purpose in the Lord. But I feel like
Talk
if you're
about
a person that's searching for purpose, that's what you have to understand. There is a creator, all right, of the whole universe, of all the things that we know and live and exist in and on, all right? And he made us with a purpose, all right? I could give some scriptural references, but I ain't gonna, I'm saying Jeremiah 29:11. But, I'm just saying that he gave us a future and a hope for those people who are believers. And if you're a person who is not a believer out there, I just want to put this message in your hearts and in your spirits that if you are a person searching for purpose, find someone, local church, Christian person, the internet, all that. Just start looking. But recognize that the fact that you're looking for purpose is a good thing. The fact that you haven't found it yet is not a bad thing.
Right.
It just means that you haven't found it in the right place, like what was said earlier. But that right place is in the Lord, and He does love you, and He does have a purpose for you, and you matter. I just want to put that out there. All right, cool.
And there, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming to the episode. Nah, I will say like there's also it'd be I feel like it'd be naive to not say that there's also things out there that will try to keep you from finding truth within a relationship with God. Like that's not no like scare tactic or anything to like push you to go seek God. Like no, don't do that. It comes from a standpoint of like I've experienced it myself. I've seen and have heard and have felt, for the lack of a better word, just a pulling, if you will, to kind of go back into the kind of like contentment within trying to find pleasure in things rather than a relationship with God. And it's like, oh, this will satisfy this need. This will, you'll be happy with this. You'll be happy with this. Like, this is where you make it. This is where you feel seen. This is where you feel loved. This is your comfort spot.
Yeah.
Like nothing bad goes wrong here. And if it does, you can just work your way out of it. And it's like being pulled back in, I quickly realized how depressed I was, how lonely it felt, how unhopeful I was. Like there was no hope outside of having a relationship with God and trying to figure out and do stuff on my own. And like, be somebody who's, yeah, I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna do this and do this and do this, and I'm gonna make it. And then realizing that I'm not gonna make it at this thing I'm working for and trying to find purpose in, And it's just like, okay, what do I do now? Where's my purpose come from now?
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could turn to was God, because it's like your purpose, your identity will always, always, always be in Christ on earth. But what you do, your job, the people you're around, how you serve and contribute to just loving and being around people, that can change. It could change every year. It could change every 3 years. It could change every month as a believer, you know? And it's like, that was way more, that was way more comforting to know, like, I could literally do whatever and know that I have a God that cares for me in whatever I do, no matter what it is. So it's like, instead of finding fulfillment and joy in these other things, I find joy in knowing that the freaking creator of the universe is just happy with me wanting a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And then everything else, that comes second,
Yeah.
you know? And it's just, it's different, man. It's different when you understand that, when you experience it for yourself, experience with a loved one, a significant other, maybe of the same ethnicities or different ethnicities, interracial love, you know?
Multiple races.
I thought you were about to say multiple people. We do not
No,
condone
no.
nor support polygamy.
Monogamy.
We are monogamous ninjas out here.
Monogamous. Monogamy is the way to go.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be so weird.
Yeah.
Having more than one person you trying to, oh my gosh.
Here's the thing that I'm learning in my very short time in marriage so far. Like, you have to learn another person completely, right? And you're learning to be one with them. So I can't imagine trying to do
truly
that
loving that
like,
person.
Like,
truly loving that
them,
person.
Trying to learn that person and then trying to truly love and know another person.
It's too much work.
It is. What's the point?
Just thinking about it. I haven't experienced it, but just thinking about it. It's too much work.
What would be the practical part? Like, there's no... I mean, I guess you have, like, triple incomes or something. But anyways, the point is, that would...
What about, like, the passage where it's like, you can't serve two masters? You trying to serve...
True.
You trying to love two people.
True.
Ultimately, you trying to love two people, but you not going to be able to do that.
But the thing is, what the Bible does say, what passage is this? Matthew 19:6, I believe, where it talks about the two becoming one. It says the two became one. It doesn't say the 3 or the 4 or the 5 or the 6 or the 7 or the 8.
Right.
Or 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
Weren't even made for polygamous relationships.
Correct.
Weren't even made that way.
That's why it doesn't work. People who are trying to have open relationships, y'all are doing it wrong.
And please don't think that we are belittling or what's the other word?
I don't know, but misanthropic came in my head. I don't even know what that means.
Misanthropic. That boy making up words.
Anywho,
we're not dismissing. There we go. We're not going to dismiss or belittle the infatuations, the temporary happiness that as we can see from the outside looking in, that people in polygamous relationships have. Like, of course they look happy. Yeah, they look happy. But is that truly going to last? And do they truly feel fulfilled?
Yep.
Like, in those times when they have fights.
Yep.
Like, are those fights because it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people? Is that why you're fighting? Well, I guess it'd be harder to fight if it was just one. And then, yes, we know that you have to understand no relationship is perfect.
Right.
No relationship is perfect. So, yes, there are monogamous relationships between a man and a woman that, you know, you have your moments where you fight. Right. You get mad. You want you want a verge of divorce even. You want to be real about it. Want to be believer or not believer. You want the verge of a divorce with just one person. But you know, there's a way to learn through Christ's example of how to humble yourself. One, how to listen first before you speak. How to put one's concerns before your own. How to... What's another good one?
I mean, the concept that you're talking about is like you're getting rid of your own pride.
For sure.
But also, like, the concept of dying to self, which sounds really dramatic, but it's really like what was being said is that you are giving of yourself and not expecting anything in return necessarily. Like, Yeah, like obviously things are give and take, and don't think I'm an expert because I'm really not. I'm still learning.
That
And
boy's
I'll be
still
learning.
learning.
I'm truly, really in the midst of learning. I'm talking about I got notes and stuff. But,
Talk about it.
you know what
That's
I'm saying?
smart though.
But
That's really
yeah,
smart.
I gotta. I mean, it's a lot of prayers and all that. But what I'm saying is that like, it is a process of learning to realize that as a believer, you're serving that person, but you're doing it as unto Christ, as unto God, not as unto them. So that way you can never be disappointed because people are going to disappoint you, but God will never disappoint you.
Facts.
And as a non-believer, that's going to be kind of hard to understand. But what I will say is that like it's just this idea that you are not doing everything for yourself. So,
Yeah. I think about the. I definitely don't remember the passage, but it's when Jesus starts washing the feet of the disciples, and one of the disciples is kind of confused, and he's like, "Wait, Jesus, you gonna wash my feet? Like, wait, what? Shouldn't it be the other way around?" Pretty much, and Jesus is essentially like, "Nah, like the Son of God came to serve, not be served.
yeah,
Like he coming to put in work.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's not coming to be cared for, to be loved, people to bless him with gifts and all that stuff. Like, nah, he didn't come here to do that.
yeah.
He came here to put himself aside and do what he needs to do so that people can see the love of God through his perfect example." Boy, we went way off topic. We went all the way to.
Not even anywhere nearby it.
We talked about it a little bit though.
Yeah,
We did.
we need the GPS to get back.
Let's see. What was something else? I guess we could just pick another topic.
Shoot. So we kind of did a
Oh, that was good. That was
combination
good.
of topics.
That was good. I like that. That was a good conversation. I liked it.
So this is not a topic, but I just want to say this.
Talk about it.
And I don't mean this disrespectfully at all, but while we were out here, there was a family that walked by, and there was twins with the family, and they had dressed the two twins the same. And I think as a society, we need to stop doing that.
Yo.
They have different personalities. I know they did not want to both wear green, like mint green shirts with some high water jeans. And
I saw that. It was two boys.
It was
I saw
two
that.
boys. It was very strange. But we've been doing it for a while. I don't know if it's like parents are trying to like test themselves to see how well they can pick their kids out. They start dressing them the same, and then they like, I don't know if it's like a game that they play, but it's really strange. And it's cool if they're like, maybe 3, but they were a solid 7 or 8.
Oh, they were up there. They were up there. They might have been 9 or 10, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They might have been
Because
dunking
if you think about the height of the mom,
True.
that was the mom, right?
Maybe.
She was pretty short,
caretaker.
and they were already kind of tall. So it's like they might be 9 or 10, man.
I don't know. That was
Caretaker,
weird to me.
guardian,
You
legal guardian. Yo, I'm not a huge fan of twins dressing alike after like they're old enough to walk.
Right.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like if they're a baby, you gotta hold them and they like take a step and then fall. I'm okay with them dressing the same.
Yeah.
But after that, they start to take on, and even the parents notice earlier than we do about how they're different.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he do this, but he do that, and oh, she'll act like this at this time, and then she'll start acting like this at that time. And it's like you see the difference, you see the complexities of their personality and the individualisticness that starts to stick out, and how they act and how they interact, how they talk, how they laugh is different. So stop dressing your kids the same, man.
Let them switch it up.
If I was blessed with twins, I would let my wife dress one of them and I would dress the other just to see who would get more compliments. Like I'd make it a competition.
Oh, like a game.
Yeah.
Point system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got this many compliments, you got this many, you get to buy snacks for the movie tonight or something like that. I don't know.
The kid's like an action figure at that point.
Truly,
Should I say that?
truly,
Never mind.
or like a miniature Ken doll,
Yeah.
like a miniature Barbie,
Yeah.
real life Barbie.
Yeah, that'd be a cool show concept. It would get shut down immediately, but it would be a cool show
Potentially.
concept. Like, what would it be called though? Not dress a twin.
Two dress
with the number 2.
Two dress.
Oh, two dress, two
dress.
fly.
Two dress, two fly. Two fly, two dress. Two fly to dress.
Two fly to dress.
Ah, two fly to dress.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's on a plane.
I like that.
I'm just kidding. It's not on the
I was like, wait, a plane? Yo!
Oh man.
Something that I just thought of something, but it left my mind. Oh, you want to talk about a good show?
Oh, okay.
Grand Crew on Peacock.
I don't have Peacock, and I've never heard of that. But I know what
It's
a peacock
great.
is, the animal.
Yes.
Hmm.
Also derived from the Latin word pikaki.
Oh, I thought it was from the Greek word pokosius.
No, my good friend.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, but what I will say is that I have Hulu, and
Hulu has live
they
sports.
do have live sports. Shout out to Messi.
Snowfall.
Because
Oh yeah,
shout out
Messi.
Argentina.
Messi. He's a GOAT. He's the greatest player of all time.
He is a wildlife creature.
He's the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, he is.
He had 2 goals?
I don't know how many he had.
He had 2 goals? I don't know.
But I will say that the debate is over. A debate that I really wasn't a part of.
Mbappe's coming up, though. That's my boy.
He's
Mbappe is coming up.
Yeah. You think he goes, Mbappe, when he comes out?
I don't know. He's French, so I don't know what his.
He
I
probably
mean,
does.
he's got something.
Like,
He's got something with.
Like, that's got to be when the crowd
But
comes
that's
out.
his name, though, so
Yeah, but
it's
it's
normal for French people.
But if he comes out, like, you know, they're like, and everybody's like, Mbappe.
That man, I want to go to a Manchester City game.
You know
Not
what?
Man United. I want to go to a Man City game.
I don't know enough about worldwide football, and I did say football.
I don't either. Why would you?
Well, I should.
You don't
I
have to.
actually prefer, like, I used to play as a kid when
Soccer.
I was in Bermuda. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But because it's the most played
That
sport
makes
in the
sense.
world. But when I came here, nobody really. I mean, I shouldn't say that. People do play.
It's
but
different. It's a lot
It's different, and it's like you have to become like a super soldier of like soccer to be like in the elite company of the people that play here. Like I
Yeah.
remember as a kid, I played in a league, and that league got sold to another league. And they were talking about they had to practice like every day, and I was like, "What? I'm like 10."
Bro, they
like,
internationally, bro. I've seen and heard like how they groom
right
from
Room is weird.
10,
Yeah.
12, 10 to 12 age group, 12 to 15, 12 to 16,
Yeah.
16 to 18 and under, 18 and under age groups. It's like, bro, you're in it until you make it to the like the the major team. I don't
Yeah,
know what it's
MLS.
the MLS club.
Yeah.
Until you make it to a club,
Yeah.
bro, you're playing for FC Barcelona 18 and under. You're playing for, Man United 16 and under. It's like they legit do soccer. They don't play around
Let me
with
keep
it.
it high. Had I played, and this is gonna sound boastful, but had I played, because when I was playing as a kid, I was actually pretty good. I think I would have been actually solid, but it just
You'd
I
probably be
couldn't-
like a midfield attacker.
something like that. But I couldn't. The time constraints that they put on the sports and stuff like that. I could not.
Couldn't hold you.
I couldn't do that.
Couldn't hold you down.
Couldn't hold me back. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Sometimes
I
love
do know what you're saying.
comes around, and you know what it does? Sometimes it knocks you down.
But what do you do?
But
What do you do?
you get back up.
Mm.
You get back up when it knocks you down.
Yeah,
Amen.
you do.
Amen.
Also, if you're ever curious to ever check out my boy Tristan, he'll be preaching his dissertation at King's Cross.
Yeah,
That's
it's not true.
King's Cross
It's not true.
next
None of
weekend.
this is a
New
true
year, new
statement.
him.
It's literally not.
He's him. Amen.
I'm Timothy.
He's him. He's Himmy Neutron.
Everybody open up your Bibles to 2 Timothy.
2 Timothy, him and Himmy too.
Oh, man.
Those names are funny. Whoa, look at that bird. Look at that bird.
It's a woodpecker. Dang.
That was a cool bird.
You know I almost had a cockatoo, and that would have looked very dumb. Sounded very dumb.
Also, there might be a lot. There were times where I was gonna be like, "Hey, speak up louder," but I was like, "That's whatever. That's your comfortable tone." So, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of dry. I'm kind of blanking out now.
All right.
Obviously, we could just talk and keep going,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
I try to keep it somewhat interesting. I care a little bit about y'all when I make these, but it's not for you. Don't forget. All right,
Yeah.
don't get a big head out there, okay? I will block you
I'm
on
saying?
Spotify
Hell, like,
and Apple Podcasts and Google 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 Podcasts and iHeartRadio. I will block you. I
yeah.
will blackball you in the podcast world. Don't try me, blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cuz,
Yeah.
folk,
Yeah.
on phone them.
Yeah. It might be on 5 of them.
I swear to Bob, whoo.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky I'm holding it back. You're lucky I'm holding it back right now, because if I wasn't, you wouldn't even know what.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Fax no printer. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? No copy code. You feel me?
Calligraphy out here.
You know what I'm saying?
Hieroglyphics.
I'm saying with the ink pen. I don't even think they had ink pens.
We sending tablets through the mail.
You know what I'm saying? If Apple released a pie, like the company Apple, would you eat it?
It'd have to be apple pie. If it wasn't apple pie, if they didn't call it apple pie and it didn't have apples in it, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Like, same thing with blackberry. Blackberry ever did a blackberry pie?
Ooh.
I'd probably try it.
I would try. Does blackberry exist?
I don't think they do blackberries anymore. I think that was like no, I think blackberry was the phone.
Yeah, it was
like
the phone.
the tech thing.
But then, I don't know if they...
Because like Apple is like iPhone, Samsung is Android. I think BlackBerry was BlackBerry.
If Samsung
I don't think BlackBerry was under anything.
But if Samsung released a pie, what would it be?
Cinnamon sung pie. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'd have to be so I'd say cinnamon.
Citrus pie.
Citrus
Sounds
pie,
suspicious.
maybe. That does sound a little. I don't know. I don't know if pie is supposed to be citrusy.
All right, orange pie. Is that a thing? Oh, key lime.
Key lime? No. Key lime would be like for Nokia.
Oh,
If
I was gonna say
Nokia made a
Kyocera.
phone, if Nokia made a pie, it'd have to be key lime because Nokia key lime.
But if
A no key lime pie.
no key lime,
I like that.
no. It's like, so does it have key limes in it? I don't know. Tell us.
You gotta try it first. We got a free
Pastry
slice
crust.
offer. We got a free trial offer. One
Pastry
slice.
crust, nothing in the inside. What is that?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of other phones.
Shoot.
Oh, if Virgin Mobile had a drink, it'd be the Virgin Daiquiri.
Okay. All right. If shoot, what's another company? All right. If Cricket Wireless, they would release it's probably like a Cricket Snacks.
I was
yeah.
thinking a cricket league.
A Cricket League. Oh,
A Cricket League.
They should be in
Cricket
Do
league.
they have stock? The Crickets.
That's a good question. I don't know.
And they go out there and they don't
I
score,
mean-
so it's quiet, and then it kind of fits.
The crickets play in the background. That's their intro music. Introducing the home team, the Crickets. Play the cricket sound.
Everybody comes out quietly.
Oh man.
A single file line. Oh man, that cricket. What? That would be the weakest team.
Crickets, nobody cheers. That's so stupid. Oh man.
You know that sound is made from them rubbing their legs together.
Yes,
You know
it's
they
so
gotta- they gotta
weird.
be mad ashy.
How you don't believe in a God and crickets can rub their legs together and make that loud sound? How you don't believe in God, bro? Like, what is going on? What more do you need? What more do you need? Crickets are loud. When they chirp, it's crazy. Do you know how to? Oh, have you seen them do that?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it. I also don't like how they jump because it's kind of unpredictable.
They said if a flea was human size, it'd jump over buildings easily. How do you not believe in God?
Here's a question. Why? Someone said everyone needs an analogy for this.
Okay.
They were like, no, for fleas and crickets.
Oh.
I'm like, what? Because I'm like, people, they're like, you know what? If such and such was the size of a human, I'm like, I don't. Okay. Like, to me, that always makes me feel weird. Because I'm like, I specifically don't think about them being that big because I think they're gross. And
That's
they
true.
were that
Fleas are
big.
disgusting.
Yeah, like fleas.
Have you seen them like through like a scope, like a lens, like
They're-
they like?
Didn't they have like flea circuses? Isn't that a thing? Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, what are
That
people
is
on?
a thing. They will put them on. They will put little strings on them and like, as they jump, they like make them
Yeah.
jump through the hoop and
I'm
stuff.
like, what?
I've seen one. I think it was a video on YouTube randomly or like in a movie.
I think the this dude put a fly on a string?
I've seen a fly on a
Like, he
string.
put- he
I've seen
put
a
it on
bee on a string.
That's weird.
I've seen a bee on a string.
Dang, that dude be crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. If a bee group was 3 people, but there were bees, I think I would call them. I was gonna say the doobies, but that's like a name for
Doobie doobie
weed
doos.
or something.
Oh yeah, doobies. Yeah, doobies are a term for like
We don't do
a
high
joint.
notes.
You know, I enjoy being around you
I appreciate
because
that.
when you're authentically yourself, you're hilarious, man.
I appreciate
It's
that.
so funny. Just never know what you're gonna say. I really
I don't.
don't.
Know what I'm gonna say either,
And make
man.
only high notes. If 3 bees were the group, call them the doobies. Oh, that's weed. It only make high notes. That's good comedy. If you don't think that's good comedy, you're stupid. All right, you're not actually funny. Well, let me get you back home to your wife. Let me
Yeah.
go get food and wash clothes and get ready for the. We don't have to work tomorrow.
True.
Hey,
I'm
yo,
gonna be at the
that's a
gym.
bro.
Balling.
Oh man,
I play,
how much is prolific? Oh wait, I haven't stopped it yet.
50. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, man. This is another episode. I hope you guys like our tangents. Comment below if you want me and my boy TB, aka
tuberculosis.
E Hubby,
Oh, okay, cool.
aka dang,
That's a
my
weird
fault.
way to end it.
When I texted you earlier, I called you T Buns
Yeah.
because you got a bunny. Tristan's got a bunny, so I was like, oh yeah, T Buns. And I was like, E Hubby. Oh yeah, that's Ebony's husband, E Hubby. And then, did I say something else? I think I did say. No, I did. What was the other one? It was one more.
I was like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was. I said something
It was
stupid.
like no.
T Bun. I call it. This is in a text. I said T Buns, aka E Hubby, aka if you can't, Tris can. That was the last one.
I was like Tristan.
That was the last one. Tris can. That was the last one.
Alright.
Yeah, man. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed. If not, oh well. You
Yeah.
know, maybe I'm not for you. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. All right, y'all. Peace.